Alright everyone, now let's explore the functions of the SmartPad. As I mentioned earlier, um, the robot has three main components. The controller, the manipulator arm with 6 axes, and the SmartPad, which is the also known as TP or teach pendant or flex pendant. It depends on the robot manufacturer. In KUKA system, it's labeled SmartPad. So let's break down the key functions that you will use on this device. Starting with the interface sections, here's a quick overview. First, the SmartPad core feature, the SmartPad's core feature. Uh, so we have the connecting and disconnecting option in the SmartPad. This button here disconnects it, and here we have a key switch for accessing the connection manager. This section here, number 3, has the emergency stop button. An important note, always follow the best practices when powering down the robot for maintenance. For example, keep the emergency stop engaged, so because this prevents unexpected movements from the manipulator or errors. If someone interacts with while it's off, you often find robots left in this state for safety. Always check the emergency stop before operating a power down unit. It's a simple way to avoid accidental activations and user mistakes. Okay, better safe than sorry. Section 4 number here. In robot KUKA, we have we can have a separate device for controlling the robot's motion. It functions similarly to the SmartPad. The design differs slightly. You notice it's not identical but close. It's kind of like a basic joystick, just way more precise for controlling the robot than the simpler joysticks only handle forward, backward, and upward or downward moves. With the Space Mouse, you can program complex multi-axis motions. But fair warning, it's not the easiest tool to use. You need practice to get comfortable with it. But now on section 5, we have the axis keys. These are another way to control movement, and like the Space Mouse, but simpler for single axis adjustments or to increase determinate coordinate system. Each of these can represent, for example, the 6 axes of the robot. So we have 6 buttons here. Each button controls one specific axis: A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6. But this is how you can jog the robot manually, axis by axis. Press to move in positive or negative directions, and the axis will move relatively to its current position. But if you use the tool coordinate system, the first 3 buttons here will handle axes X, Y, and Z of the Cartesian plan, and and the other 3 buttons will control the rotation. So X is up, X, Z, and Y, and we have the tilt. The other 3 buttons will have the tilt function to turn the robot around. Okay, so these keys can vary depending on the coordinate system that you have selected, but the axis keys are always used more often than the Space Mouse in real-world applications. So we stick with these buttons for reliability. They're quicker for routine tasks. And if you see someone using the Space Mouse like it's second nature, they're probably a KUKA veteran. In most shops, we stick to with these. So operators can handle all motions smoothly without using the Space Mouse. It's pretty rare to see heavy Space Mouse use, unless someone's a KUKA expert. They're probably solely with the Space Mouse once they're confident. But there's another feature here. KUKA includes redundant safety features like the dead man switch. Also, you'll find one on the left and another one on the right, and the third one centered at the bottom. Check it out. One here, another here, and one in the middle of the back, of course, of the SmartPad. That's why we can see them. But it works the same, the 3 side switches, but it's handy for different workflows. Why the redundancy of this? it accommodates users who might have physical limitations or prefer a more ergonomic setup. So you have different options of operating the deadman switch. For example, using the center deadman switch that's in the middle, it's easier during long sessions than reaching sideways on both sides when your hand runs naturally when programming. So it's like you're holding the teach pendant in the palm of your hand, but also, of course, if you use the side ones, it works just fine. Item 6 adjusts the program override, controlling speed during the program. Item 7 adjusts manual override for jogging motions, which means the speed of the manual motions. And item 8, with the KUKA logo here, opens the main menu. When programming, you see this menu popping up from this direction. You have display options for robot control, and clicking it brings up a list of all KUKA system functions that you can use and program here in the SmartPad. So this key here is fundamental and super handy for quick menu access. No need to click around to the top bar, okay? Very easy, you just click here. Item 9 is the status key, used mainly for adjusting tech package parameters, which we'll not see in this course. And item 10 is the start key. 11 is the back key and the backward, okay, to run backward. It's like the back key on the teach pendant of the ABB. 12 is the stop key, and 13 opens the on-screen keyboard for you to type. So press it and the keyboard will pop up so you can type things using the virtual keyboard. But KUKA's SmartPad usually auto-detects when you need text input, so it will open automatically the keyboard. But options like programming a manual command or something like that, you may want to use this key right here to see the keyboard and use it.